Hello, good to be with you again today for our daily reflection.
Yep.
The Bible verse of the day from the YouVersion app is 1 Corinthians 13 verse 6, which says, "Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth."
That passage, that wedding passage, that passage about love, it comes up with a few beauties.
It's an eternal favourite, and it's really easy to trivialise it or make it feel like it's straightforward and simple.
Fluffy and trite and all the rest of it. Yeah. Where Paul here is talking to a church that's in a bit of division and turmoil and all the rest of it, and he basically gets to the end of chapter 12 and says, "Here, let me show you a better way, which is love." And love, as he describes it, while it's nice and sounds good, let's face it, it's not
pretty hard work.
It's not easy. It's not straightforward. It's not straightforward, and particularly this little bit. What does it say again to you?
Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth.
And that's easy for us to say, yes, I do that. But you think of people through history who have done horrible things, and yet in the moment weren't even aware of it. I think of people caught up in Nazi Germany, for instance. People doing horrible things in retrospect, but in the moment thought they were probably doing the right thing.
Oh, yeah, genocide in general, it keeps on happening. People keep on thinking it must surely stop, but actually it keeps on happening. It just shows something about human nature that we go for that. And
I wonder, Jenny, you were bullied at school. Do you think the girls who bullied you really thought that they were loving evil?
I don't think they thought they were loving evil. They just wanted to one-up themselves on me and make themselves look better and put me down in the process.
And I hope some of them in later life look back and thought we were not very nice at all.
Well, I think the instigator of it all ended up making friends with her in year 11 I think she thought that it wasn't a very nice thing that she'd done.
Yeah, that's right. So in the moment, I don't think that she was a person who actually took delight in evil. Well, she actually did delight in it in the moment, but in retrospect realised, that wasn't necessarily a good thing to do, which tends to implicate us all in some shape or form. I think of this issue of abortion. In our society, it's so readily available, and it's a human life that is being destroyed. And yet, yes, there are occasions when it's appropriate that abortion takes place. The mother's life might be in danger or whatever, but
it's rare. It's a rare situation.
Yeah, and it doesn't really feel like love to me to abort a fetus. It doesn't feel like love.
Well, and it's more than a fetus. It's a human being.
Yeah.
It's a very fragile human being, and what's going on with that?
Yeah. So I think Paul says love is a better way, and yet it's not always as easy as we think it might be.
It's not cut and dried, is it? It's a case-by-case situation, I suppose, because it's not even complicated. Complicated says we'll get to the end and there's a step-by-step process. But this is complex, complex, every situation is slightly different.
Yeah, and so you've got to take each situation in its unique moment and make decisions. And love the truth, which I think that's what it says, doesn't it?
Yeah, it says it rejoices with the truth.
Rejoices in the truth. That is not always easy for us to do. As we, even as I grow up, as you grow up, as we mature, you become aware of things in your life that you think, I wish I hadn't have done that. Or do I really do that? And actually facing the truth and delighting in seeing some of your weaknesses and some of your own foibles is not an easy thing to do. So to delight in the truth is not just something that happens easily. It's a choice. And I think that's probably maybe the thing that this should end on, isn't it, as we finish this, is that love is a set of decisions you make. It's not a nice, gooey feeling. Love is a decision you make in difficult situations, and you choose appropriately and correctly.
And for us today in this COVID-19 world, choosing to love one another when perhaps you're struggling with the person that you're living with, or you're on your own and you don't know how to reach out to others, that's part of where it's cutting edge is.
And Paul says this is the best way. The better way is to find the way to love and to care and to be the people that God wants us to be. So blessings on you today, and trust you have a good go at being a loving person.
Loving one another.
Yep.
Yeah. See you later.
Bye.